Welcome back, everyone. It's New Mutator, and yes, it's game number 5 in week 2 of Myth Kickballers between Donsky and Rat King. This is actually unusual, even for competitive Myth. You don't see this very often. I think we saw this in Asmodean's tournaments, and maybe a couple times elsewhere, but it's just not done very often. And what it is it's taking advantage of the alliances feature in the Myth engine, which is it is what it is, and so there are going to be 4 teams in the game, but in reality, there 2 teams are working together against 2 other teams. So these are going to be the 2 teams for Donsky, or for Rat King. Rat King is what I meant to say. This team here with Kruniak, Kremisi, and Heart Attack, and then opposite in the southeast, it's going to be this team here, captained by Adrenaline with Milkman, Sam the Butcher, and Thor. So kind of a nice split there by those 2 teams. The 2 teams for Donsky are going to be this team here, the peachy colored team. I'm sure Ren would love that. Arsenic, Ellen, and Ankulator on this team here, and then opposite in the northeast is going to be this team headed up by Giant Killer General with Father Xmas, Viper Power, and Browning. So going to be an interesting split. King of the Hill, I believe, is the game type. So all 4 teams going to be running in to this middle area and trying to tag this flag here and rack up time. I imagine first place, the team with first place going to take the win, is how I think this would work. Once again, the map name is Twister, and interestingly enough, we see that Rat King's team, it looks like they're going to go for some shenanigans where they try to crush one of these forces instead of going immediately for the flag. So that's what I was able to glean from looking at the overhead map here. Go ahead and take off those numbers there for now. Give you a little bit wider view of the game that's happening. It is going to be more or less kind of a light variant here, light mesh. As I guess, I don't know, I guess these whites are going to be healed for Donsky's team. I guess there's going to be whites being healed here. Kind of a traffic jam going on here for whoever that is. Who is that? Adrenaline's team. Basically everyone going in single file. A lot of thrall here for Giant Killer General, but yeah, going from basically mostly max melee with dwarves and some pus. So interesting unit choice there. And kind of similar, but focus on archers as well. But a huge traffic jam here for Rat King. And not surprisingly, these goals here from Donsky, I think, was the only player to get max goals, are going to secure this flag for his team. Basically running there. Yeah, there is going to be something of a flank here, although these whites were not healed, I guess, because these goals were just ran out. They just ran out. Ran out for the flag first thing. But yeah, so there's going to be these units kind of out of the fray, and this is what I thought from my point of view. This right here, securing this choke point, is what I thought won the game potentially for Donsky's team, as this didn't allow this entire flank up. This basically made them so that they were not able to get up. As we see here, these units just focusing down. These units here, no dwarves or anything, were able to get up. Oh, for some reason that unit there is stuck with that. Yes, I'm showing you a one-on-one duel here. Kind of interesting that that pus didn't really work out. That dwarf was taken out. However, a lot of these units remain, but Donsky and Giant Killer General's teams, they clearly own the flag here. The only other team to get some time was Adrenaline, and he is way off the flag. Giant Killer General was even able to get his thrall up on the flag, which is pretty amazing when you think about it. As Rat King's team and Adrenaline's team are just stuck out of position with no way to get up on the flag with all of these dwarves defending it. So let's look at the percentages really quick here. Nice shot there by Arsenic, doing some damage to those units. Yeah, only 48% remains for Adrenaline's team. So I guess he tried to get up on the flag, but he was alone, as Rat King's team was stuck here down below the entire time, and he basically sustained some heavy losses in the process. So I hope you agree with me that that's kind of what happened. You know, there were probably other things that happened while that was happening, but to me, that was kind of the key factor in how this game went the way it did. As Rat King's going to be basically pushed off the flag, and maybe he's going to be focused down here. I think he is going to take some damage. As these units are going to try to run in and take out those archers. Elsewhere, that Journeyman's going to be, so Adrenaline's team is going to be trying to, you know, focus down there. Archer getting a stabbing kill. Very interesting. These goals, oh, nice. It dropped a pus on that clumped melee, so that did some damage. Uh-oh, where was that? Was that, seriously? I didn't quite see what was going on there, but I guess it didn't do all that much damage. I believe these archers are still getting cleaned up. Yeah, those archers are all dead, basically. And it's pretty much game over. I mean, look at what's going on here. There's 2 minutes 30 remaining, and there's just no way. There's just no way that Rat King's team can come from behind in this. Some nice kills there by some of these dwarves, it looked like. Maybe it was Arsenic, I didn't quite see.
Flag contested.
And I think at one point, knowing what... Oh, that was huge. That was, I think that was Kruniak that set that up. He set that up on Browning. He basically, what he did, I think, was he threw a lot of duds in there, and then threw that pus packet in there with all that melee, all those units crossing in the water, and they sustained all that damage. Now I think what happened was, I think Donsky and Giant Killer General unallied just to make it more fun at this point, since it was pretty much over with, and they're going to try to rack up some damage. And whoa, Ankulator doing some friendly fire damage, it looked like. Although I don't really know. I can't really tell because they're kind of the same color, it looks like.
Flag contested.
But looks like Ankulator is going to get sniped.
Team eliminated.
Team eliminated? Oh, yeah, that was Thor. Okay, so Thor basically got taken out there. And it looks like Donsky's team is going to be able to own the flag here. Some more fighting going on here with, looks like Giant Killer General and the rest of, what looks like Kruniak in particular.
1 minute remaining.
Flag contested. Wow, massive pus shot on those Stygian Knights. Susceptible to explosions, so sustained a lot of damage there. No more heals on that Journeyman, but doesn't look like it's going to be able to do all that much. I think these units here are going to try to run in and maybe deal some damage to these units, but I don't really see that happening. Yeah, so basically I was running in because I just wanted to get some extra damage or something, but I don't think I was really able to do anything with that. And these units, ow, nice shot by Vive for power, taking out that that dwarf and the rest of those units. I think he's going to be able to hold on here against this force here with that dwarf. Indeed, Kruniak is going to run away and probably try to save himself some damage against. So very interesting. Very interesting game. I think it was over from the beginning when Adrenaline sent a large part of his force west instead of to the flag, and then Rat King wasn't even allowed to come up there. I think that was huge. Giant Killer General getting all of his units on the flag, as well as Donsky being able to get almost all in almost his entire force, save a couple whites up on the flag as well. I think that kind of sealed the deal, as Adrenaline's force that did make it to the flag wasn't really enough to repel that, and sustained a lot of losses and was forced to retreat. After that, it was pretty much game over. The rest was just the icing on the cake, as Donsky came through and won the last two games of the series, was able to save some face. So good on him. However, the win does go to Racking overall, as first three games were his, so he did take the series early on. So that's going to be it for week 2 of Myth Kickballers. I do have the films for week 3, so hopefully I'll have those up pretty soon. Those were played just this past weekend, so I'll try to get those up as well. And well, actually, before we go, we'll go ahead and look at some of these players here, who did really well and who didn't. We'll just look at who did really well. Kruniak, 25 damage, 148, or I'm sorry, 25 kills, 148 damage. That might be first. That might be the person with damage. I think that is. I want to say that was because of that crazy push shot in the water, though I don't know. I'm not sure if there was more to it than that or not. Other than that, yeah, our team just did exceptionally well. 340 damage between all the players on our team. Look at that. 3 of our players with 14 or more kills. That's pretty good. I think so. 57 kills from our team. I think that's going to be more than. Well, no, that's not going to be more than than Racking's entires between his two teams. I think they had like 50. Let's see, 44 plus 63 kills between them. So yeah, it's not going to quite be that. It's going to be 6 kills shy of that, but it's going to be pretty close there, just from that one team there. And yeah, so I'll just leave this up for you guys to look at if you want, but that's going to be it for me, and we'll see you in the next match.